The following video is sponsored by myself. I've got a new Patreon. In a couple of minutes, we'll talk about why you should consider joining it. But before that, let's take a trip down memory lane. The year is 2017. The most subscribed to YouTuber on the planet is calling people racial slurs on a bridge. Jake Paul's hungry sidekick, Nick Crompton, is confusing the entirety of the United States by announcing that he resides in the City of England. Chopping off your Johnson with industrial scissors is still for the time being seen as abnormal and doesn't get you 100,000 likes on social media. And UK classrooms and house party afters were discovering my videos for the first time. 17-year-old me was on this platform. He was active in ensuring that his future self would never be able to secure employment beyond YouTube by obliterating any chance of me having a passable digital footprint. I was a wild, wild boy. And by all means, I still like having a laugh. And if I was a weak-minded man who had a long mullet, acrylic nails, and I cared about what pansexual women on TikTok had to say, the jokes I make at the minute would still get me cancelled. But nowadays, I like to think that my humour at least comes with a bit of structure. Back then, I was just saying anything. I mean, words were just coming out of my mouth. I did not give a shit. I must stress, when I'm saying all this, I'm not pulling an iDubbbz right now. I'd never pull an iDubbbz. I was always joking. And I don't think you can ever apologise for jokes unless you're ready to admit that they were never jokes at all. They weren't jokes in the first place. You actually meant what you were saying. I did not mean a word of what I used to say. I just found it incredibly funny to say. And any man that you see who's out there apologising for jokes he used to make, one or two things. He's either about to lose a lot of money if he doesn't apologise. Some corporate entity has told him, you need to go and make a fucking X post and say you're sorry. Otherwise, this deal's off and he's going full PR mode. It's either that, or he just has disastrously low testosterone. In this video, we're going to watch together some of my old content, the 2017 stuff, but do understand that I am a little bit limited in what I can show you, because times have well and truly changed. And that's why, if you'd like to watch any of my old videos from this channel, from any point, in full, they are now all available to watch on my new Patreon, which is linked in the description. For less than the price of 6 chicken nuggets from McDonald's, and you could do with putting them down, do you know what I mean? Have a carrot, yeah? For less than that price, you gain access to everything that I've ever posted on YouTube. Not just that, but if you do sign up to the Patreon, you will be among the only people who can watch my Patreon-only podcast. I get very personal in it. We talk deeply about life. It goes out every Sunday. Each episode is like an hour or less. And the first one is already up right now. It turns out that once you actually understand yourself emotionally a lot more, you can come to terms with loss. I'll also be putting every new YouTube video from this point onwards onto Patreon 24 hours earlier than they go on YouTube. And finally, you can message me personally on Patreon as well. I'll probably ignore you. The transparency I'm about to give you is going to hurt my wallet, but I'm going to tell you the truth. A few years ago, I made a Patreon because I wasn't making any money at all from YouTube videos. Thankfully, that's not the case anymore. So this isn't like it was in 2021. I don't need you to pledge. This is essentially a new revenue stream for me and more content for you. But if you do fancy it, I've made it as cheap as possible, and there's a lot on there for you to watch. The link is in the description. Alternatively, you can just Google patreon.com/BradDoesPodcast. If you do end up pledging, I really appreciate it. I've only got to find a fucking gold mine, dickhead, and I've only got to find a fucking gold mine, dickhead! Why did I speak like that? What possessed me to talk like I'd been hit in the head with a fucking wheelie bin? Like, what was all that about? Daddy's a YouTube musician, born in Pakistan, raised in Bradford. At least that's what I'm assuming. Ryan doesn't stop until he decides to detonate himself on the tube. No wonder this mentally challenged gentleman decided to make a diss track on me after this. I would as well in his shoes. Or his sandals, I should say.
Hey.
Yeah, alright, fella.
I just want to say goodbye.
You know what? I remember this era as just me putting on that voice saying, "Oh, dickhead," and calling a certain ethnicity Maltesers. That is funny. 17-year-old me had good comedic timing. I don't even remember being funny. I thought I was just pure racist. Do you all remember what came after this? The daddy response. My career has been fucking ended. And no, I'm not talking about the YouTube ad boycott, although technically that has also ended my career. Please buy my merch. I don't want to open a Patreon, but what I'm talking about... Right, alright, just fucking receiving shots from 2017 me. Brilliant. Maybe you should have opened the Patreon, you little racist twat. Because you know what's mad? Do you know that merch company? They don't end up paying you for a full year. You've got to chase them down for your money. I'm sure it was like more than a year as well. You've got to literally track them down for your dough. And you're promoting that merch in every video. Maybe you should have made a Patreon, you silly prick. Yeah? Before you start calling out Patreons. God, I was schizophrenic. His name is Danny, and I made a pretty mediocre video on him a couple of days back. I say a couple of days back, it was like 3 fucking weeks ago. This is what I hate about that era. The self-deprecation. It was rife. Do you know who used to do it really bad? It was me and it was Chubbs. And he won't mind me saying this. Me and Chubbs, all our content was just taking the piss out of ourselves. And it's alright to sprinkle a little bit of that on your content. You've got to show that you're not up your own ass at some point. But if that's all you say, like, "Oh, mate, mediocre videos, me and my channel's dead," you've got to speak it into existence. And what ended up happening? Oh, 327,000 views 7 years ago. That was a regular occurrence. What are we on now? 20,000 if we're lucky. The Fousey Tube one got 9,000. Spoke it into existence.
Stop the racism. Judging me because of the colour of my skin? Is that what people call entertainment nowadays?
I love how he put like a proper Bengali soundtrack onto this as well. Like, I was coming at him with all the brown man stereotypes, and he's just putting some fucking pure Cobra coming out of a basket music. Like Moroccan flute music as his fucking, as his beat.
I just need to do some explaining about this situation and just let you guys know how Brad Does Banter is racist.
Come on, what did you say?
Before I do this video, I just need to do some explaining. Brad Does Banter is a
And just let you guys know how Brad Does Banter is racist towards...
Is it just me who notices all those jump cuts? How Brad Does Banter is racist towards me. It's like he couldn't remember my name, so he had to like keep looking back at his script and going back to his camera and looking back at his script. Fucking, why can't you just do that in one sentence? He's fucking done it. He's played the race card. Listen. He's not played the race card, has he? You made a racist video on him. He's not played the race card. Playing the race card would be if it was unjustified. You told the man he was going to blow up on a bus.
So basically, let me get straight to the point, guys. I want to let you guys know that I was born in Birmingham, raised up in Scotland, and now I'm...
Stay away from my content. You got to worry about yourself. You need to lose some weight before you hit obesity.
What a premonition from you, Danny. Wow, you were clairvoyant, mate. Fucking psychic. Look at that. Daddy spoke it right into existence, didn't he? Burgers and chips, burgers and fucking chips and sausages. Where's the nearest full English breakfast? Where's the nearest full English breakfast?
Called you out on Twitter. You are such a pussy.
You are such a pussy.
Pretending you haven't seen this. Thinking you can get away with it.
Or maybe I just didn't see it, pal. You know what I mean? Maybe. Yeah, I don't follow you. Maybe I just didn't see your tweet. I literally just didn't see it. He got 2 likes on his original tweet.
More like his bed cancer. What's up with the hate? I need some answers.
I'm gonna give you lot the shock of your life right now. Danny, it's been 5 years since I was lyrically devoured. Get yourself in the kitchen, your mum's curry's going sour. The chorus, samosa, and a big bunk kebab. It's not my fault that Ubrek paying well for your dad. It was 5 years ago when we had our bit of grief. 4 more years and you'll be arranging to marry the beef. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the Stagecoach bus when you press your big red button in the street. Your name ain't Danny, it's Danny Scafar. Now that's a name that's green C4 planted under the car. I'll be making... Whoa! Whoa! Fucking hell. I'll tell you what, I'll put that full video on my new Patreon if you want to watch it. If you want to see the full diss track, it's on there. What do you do when you don't have a video idea and you want to get some easy views on your dying channel? You do a BuzzFeed video. I want to kill myself. So I'm going to be reacting to a video called... I don't think I wanted to do that, but so true. The BuzzFeed, it was just low-hanging fruit, wasn't it? It was so easy. I can't believe this is how I got big. I used to gain 40,000 subscribers a month from uploading like 2-minute reactions to BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed would make a video that was so obviously rage bait. I'd go, fucking dickhead! Fucking dickhead! Now you've got to like pretend to care. That Bonnie Blues shagging teens, I don't give a fuck. It's just some fucking dirty slag. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Now you've got to pretend to care about stuff like that to get views. What we're about to watch, this was the gem. This was the gem of the channel. I'll tell you why it was, because it was authentic. She had no idea what I was doing. I just hatched this idea in my bedroom, turned the camera on, ran down the stairs and put the camera in her face. How's it going, love? It was almost like putting CCTV inside of a council house. It was a docu-series, this. It may as well have been.
Go on. Do me heading, bro.
What did you do at work?
Fuck all. Go on. Seriously, do me heading now.
She's usually a lot nicer than this. One can only assume that she's on the blob.
Do you know what, though? She wasn't back then. She was a knobhead. She was a knobhead. My mother has lightened up so much in the last, 7-8 years since this. She was a prick at this time. I think that's why I knew it'd be so funny, because I thought the second I go down there with a camera, she's going to tell me to fuck off. But then again, I'd literally called her a slag, so it's like, that's what you deserve. Do you know what I mean? She should have fucking battered me, realistically.
I want more interaction.
Oh dear, fuck that one up, didn't you?
Interaction out of your bank account into my bank account as soon as I'm going on your videos.
Absolutely nothing has changed.
How you say, not white. So out of fear of getting blown up, I decided to keep a low profile.
He's a lovely animal. Him. Dead now. Do you know what I mean? Actual brown bread. Like, that rabbit is pure worm food. But at the time, he was lovely.
My mum was one of those people who buys a Buddha from Wilkie's, puts it in the garden, and then claims that she's spiritually awakened.
And now you're one of those people, you dickhead. That's crazy. That's actually mental. Like, these videos have just been a premonition. I've called myself out for doing Patreon. I've called myself out for performative spirituality. I'm starting to think 2017 me have just roast this shit out of me. That'd fucking break his jaw. Anyway.
That's going to break that.
I'm going to leave it there, because it's authentic, you see. I don't record you for the old day, so I'm going to leave it there while you're having a five.
I'm finished.
Catch you later. I'm locking the door.
Look, it's wobbling. Open it.
I didn't open it. In fact, I kept her out there. Kept her out there for 3 hours. She's still fucking out there now. You alright, Shell? I can see her from the back window. Oh, she just told me to fuck off.
So let's all use our power of discernment right now. Do we reckon that I left my mum outside for 3 hours? Or do we think that might have been a joke for the video that's meant to be funny? If you said it was a joke, you'd obviously be fucking correct. Let me tell you a story, right? My mother's ex, his family members turned round to my mum about that part of this video and said, yeah, we've watched your son's videos. We never want to meet him. The fact that he left you outside and locked you outside was bloody disgusting. My mum was like, it was set up. It was for his video. I was doing a video with him. They wouldn't have it. She even said to them, it wasn't real. They were like, no, disgusting behaviour that. And I think that's what happens if you drink too much tap water. If your diet consists of council juice, your brain just turns into a ball of fluoride, and I think that was the case in this situation. So yeah, this video caused a little bit of a rift in my personal life between people I never met and myself.
Right, I'm having a bath now, Brad. Stop filming.
You having a bath in the living room? It was at this exact moment in time when I realised that my mum is mentally fucked, and that's when I called the NHS to come and get her sectioned.
Do you know how quick I was? Obviously, I've slagged old me off a little bit in this video, but man, I was 17 years old. On the ball, mate. On the ball. Since then, I've drank a lot, and my brain doesn't move that fast. I've got to write a script nowadays, but I was on it. Why did she say that? Why did she say I'm going for a bath in the living room? Now, this one some of you will remember because of the song.
Yo, I wasn't about to go in, but now I feel like I have to, you know?
Rice, wherever you may be, you eat dogs in your own country. Could be worse, could be scouts, eating rats in a council house.
That got quoted so much. The people were like, yo, that's so funny. I don't think they realise it's a Man United chant. I didn't make that up. It's been my entire career, really, just plagiarism. I was very edgy, but I have no regrets. This time period crafted what I am today, crafted my dream career. And it was funny for its time. I'm just glad I'm at a point now where I'm 25, the frontal lobes came in fully now, and I've still not apologised. So that means I'll never apologise. It's sealed off. I will never, ever, ever be iDubbbz. If you would like to watch any content that I've made that is not on this channel from 2016 onwards, it is all on Patreon now. Thank you so much for watching, boys. I hope this has been a little blast from the past for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.